Hi, I'm Jeff Huber from Breakthrough Basketball, and in this video you're going to discover 5 ways the 1-3-1 defense creates turnovers and easy scoring opportunities for your team. Illinois Hall of Fame coach Will Rey used this defense for 12 years, holding opponents to an astonishing 41 points per game. At the beginning of the video, Coach Rey discusses 8 benefits of playing the 1-3-1 for those who are new to the defense. If that's you, be sure to check them out. If you're already experienced with the 1-3-1, feel free to jump ahead to the 255 mark to learn how to use this defense to ignite your offense. Now let's get started.
I find that the 1-3-1 zone offers really 2 features that I don't find in other zone defenses. And that is that it's very strong in the middle of the floor. I think it covers the post areas very well, while still providing good coverage of the 3-point line. Second, I find that the 1-3-1 zone actually has fewer moving parts than most zone defenses. If you study the 1-3-1 carefully and compare it to other zone defense, you'll find that there are fewer what I call transitional defensive players. Players that have to cover multiple areas. Third, I like the 1-3-1 zone defense's versatility. I like the fact that we can play it at various levels on the court without really changing the basic structure of the defense. Fourth, the 1-3-1 lends itself to multiple adjustments on the floor. And really that's one of the real keys to its success, which I'll discuss as we go through this video. Fifth, I think there are fewer attacks against the 1-3-1 than there are against other zone defenses. As I said at the top of the video, there are few attacks against the zone defense in general, but I find that even fewer attacks that are specific to the 1-3-1 zone. Next, I find that it's not as common as the 2-3 or the 2-1-2 or even the 1-2-2, which is quite popular in our area here in Chicago. So the 1-3-1 gives you a look that's different than most opponents. Seventh, I think that it can be played well with multiple personnel. Whether you're tall, short, quick, slow, depending on your personnel, obviously as high school coaches in particular, your personnel varies and you can't really recruit to your defense. I find that from year to year, we've been able to use the 1-3-1 regardless of what players and talent we had in a given season. And lastly, we like the 1-3-1 because it works. Bottom line. The bottom line is that it works. It has put us in position when we've had the better talent on the floor to make adjustments to make the defense dominant. And in instances where I felt that maybe the other team was a little bit deeper or a little quicker, it's given us the ability to be the great equalizer, to keep us in the game and give us a chance to win. So those are the reasons why we favor the 1-3-1 zone over the other zone defenses available. Okay, if the ball's dribbled out of the corner and we're in a plug, we want the wingman to attack the ball and actually get right on the man's dribble hand. So if he's coming out of the corner, obviously he's gonna come out with his right hand as a dribble hand. We want him to attack the dribble, and then that calls the tail off, brings him back into this area, and as much as possible, we want to keep the ball in this area of the floor. Let's just rehearse that real quick, one time. So if we see any kind of what we call a corner dribble out, we're in a plug situation, we want to take that, what they believe to be offensively an attack move on their part, we want to sort of turn that back on them and use that as a trigger to become even more aggressive defensively. And we find that oftentimes when teams attack us out of a 2-guard front like this, they're going to put their better ball handlers on top, and the fellows in the corner are usually going to be forwards, maybe guys that aren't as good with the basketball. So when he puts that ball down in the first dribble, that wing's going to go after him hard. Obviously, we know the rule that any time that our wingman is in coverage, the chaser comes to the ball side high post, so he's ready for the next pass that comes out of that situation. Let's just play that right now. Let's start it with a dribble out of the corner. Coach, why don't you start it, okay? So Ryan, I want you to try and attack on the dribble right here, and I want you to attack his dribble hand, and as soon as Mike's in coverage, you know you come to the high post ball side. All right, here we go. Ready? Good. Next pass, Jack! Jack in the passing lane! Good. Good, one man on the ball. We're in a plug situation, so Jack and I would have to have a little meeting on the bench here to discuss this. All right, he's getting real deep, which is fine. He sees that they're trying to threaten the low post. So again, he's using his basketball instinct to try and take away what they're attacking, but he also has to keep in mind that when we're in a plug situation, we have a wingman who's taking that responsibility. He's the one that's trying to help in the low post, so that frees him up now to play that. You skipped it across, right? Okay, so that frees him up. Go, make that pass, go after it, go after it. That's the pass that we want our chaser to get. We want him to be alert to that ball coming out of the corner. Again, understanding the purpose of the coverage, what the strengths are, what we're trying to give up, and how can we best take advantage of that during the course of play. So again, when we're in a plug situation, our ball side wing is responsible for helping in the post. Our chaser now is freed up to play that diagonal skip pass, which a lot of teams like to use against our defense. So now we're in our standard plug coverage, and this has happened, I know, several times as we were playing this through, but this would be an automatic situation that we really want to make our players aware of as they're instinctively playing defense. The ball starts on a baseline drive, so that driver turns his bag for a split second to our wing. Our wing has the full confidence that this guy's not going to be baseline, so he's going to sprint ahead and try and cut that man off, and now he's going to follow that with an automatic blitz. So this is something that we do again. It's a read. We're letting the players instinctively see what the other team is doing to attack them. They see an offensive player turns his back. Wingman's in logical position to just follow that penetration to the baseline and blitz it. And then, of course, we're going to be in a blitz, and we're going to keep the lane protected. Blitz and keep the lane protected. It's a spontaneous defensive reaction to what we consider to be a mistake offensively, turning your back to the defense. All right, let's see it live, Coach. Let's play it out live. So Mike has the ball. That's fine. And then Mike's going to hit TC. TC, you're going to drive. Sometimes this happens when the corner man is not in the dead corner, but maybe a little bit higher, just about the volleyball line in that area. And so there's there's room in a baseline to drive. Let's go right into a plug and then call out the blitz as soon as you see it. Be instinctive, see what's there, anticipate where the next pass might go, try and get a fingertip on it. Here we go. Here we go. Plug, plug, plug. Good, blitz it. Good, good, there it is. Good, nice job. Hold it up a second. Now, a couple things on that. Nice job, excellent. Let's put the ball back at TC. Again, this is not pre-designed or premeditated in any way. It's simply within the flow of the game. All right, he starts driving baseline. Let me just make one point here. Here comes the trapper. Nice job, Ryan, cutting him off. Now, what TC did is he reversed his dribble and started to dribble out away from the lane. That's great. We want to follow that and keep coming and try and seal him as close to the sideline as possible. In other words, once we've committed to that blitz, we're staying in that blitz, or any blitz for that matter, if the player tries to dribble out. So he, again, drove baseline, spun back, we stay with it and follow it all the way out, cover the lane, and as we did there, the pass we really wanted was diagonal passes, try and get a hand on him, or you can rover that if he's close enough. Let's say Mike creep in a little bit, Mike. Okay, we have a blitz going here, even though we're packing a lane. That's a rover situation that the chaser's free to pursue if he has the opportunity to get the ball. In our 41 alignment, we simply bring our players up the floor, and we have our middle and our tail exchange positions. And typically what we're doing in this, we're trying to trap one time and then sprint back to 31. What we see most often is some type of 2-1-2 alignment. So as the ball comes up the floor, we want our ball side wing and our chaser looking for that one trap. Our tail, who's now playing in the middle position, takes away the sideline pass. Our opposite wing takes away the middle. Make sure to take those two near outlets away. Our middle man, who's now playing the back of the defense, is taking away anything deep. The only pass that we give up here in 41 is a reverse pass to the other guard. Go ahead, Jack, reverse it here. At that point, we would just simply sprint back and set up into our 31 defense. So when we go 41, it's 41, one trap, and then back to 31. If we wanted to stay in 41 and trap all over, we would simply say 41 all over. So that means we're trapping wherever the ball goes. But that's one of the variations that we use on the full court, is 41 defense. In our 51 setup, we take our middle man, now we position him on the ball. We want to put as much pressure on the inbounder as possible. make that first pass be one that's close to the baseline. We have two players in these positions here denying the closest receivers. We have our tail at midcourt, and then we have one of our other players all the way back protecting the basket. Jack, let's say you get open. Jack comes to get himself open either side of the floor. Again, we're going to trap one time, ball goes in. Okay, we're going to trap that. The tail is going to take away the sideline pass. In our typical coverage, okay, you're going to take away the middle, and the pass that we again are allowing is a pass back to the inbounder, at which point then we would sprint back into 31. So we're one trap, say the ball is reversed to the other side, all right, sprint back, everybody's sprinting back to 31 defense, their normal positions. And the idea again is that we want to get one good solid trap, maybe try and play for an interception on that pass coming out of the trap. Once that first pass is completed, then we're sprinting back and setting up our standard defense. Again, as in 41, if we want to continue to trap, we'll just simply say 51 all over, and now we will follow the flight of the ball with the two closest defenders, always trying to trap and play for the first pass coming out of the double team.
We hope you enjoyed this zone defense video. If you want instant access to 6 rebounding drills and 6 weeks of practice plans, make sure to click the link in the description so you can gain access to a free PDF featuring diagrams, descriptions, and bonus tips. Many coaches worry about rebounding while playing zone. Utilizing these drills ensures your team will dominate the glass no matter what defense you play. Make sure to click and subscribe and then click the bell button so you're the first to know when we release more new videos. Thanks for watching.